Hello again and welcome back. Today we're going to make a very simple Madeira mixture. A basic recipe for a loaf tin or for your buns. So we call it in this house 3669 because they're the ingredients ratio. I'm going to use my mixer today for this. If you don't have a mixer at home, you can do it totally by hand, so don't worry about it. So the first ingredient is your butter, 6 ounces of butter in there, and 6 ounces of caster sugar. And I'm going to beat these two together until the colour changes to a white colour. And that's really important when you're making a sponge type mixture, because that's how you get that really nice spongy, texture. So a couple of loud noises here for a minute. So that has now I've probably beaten that for a good 2 or 3 minutes there. I don't even need to take that off. I just want to show you the colour. If you can see the colour, that it has changed to quite a creamy colour as opposed to yellow from the butter. This was one of those tasks that when I was in catering college we used to have to do by hand. I don't know if you're watching Miriam Scally, but you remember the time we had to do that in Mrs. Weaver's class? It was great crack. Anyway, the next thing you're going to do is add your 3 eggs and beat them together with a little pinch of vanilla. Honestly, I think vanilla makes the world a better place. Everything I can, I add a little bit of vanilla. I even added just about a teaspoon. I added to my crumble mixture, which I only discovered recently. And if you haven't tried it before, I suggest you try it. It's gorgeous, makes a big difference. More loud noises here for a minute. Okay, so I have just mixed that for about, a minute or so. And I'm gradually going to add self-raising flour. That's the 9 ounces of, so 6, 6, 3, and then 9 ounces of self-raising flour. And you just add a spoon at a time on a low setting. So just keep going like that. So that's nicely mixed together. The last ingredient I'm going to add in here, you can just see how it's all nicely mixed together there, is milk. And this is the game changer when you're making buns like queen cakes, cupcakes, or a Madeira mixture, because it just makes it really soft. So I have 100 mils of milk that I'm going to add into here and mix again. Sometimes the sides of your bowl tends to not mix as well as the rest. Just get your spatula in there and scrape it down on the bottom and the sides so that all your butter and sugar mixture gets mixed in, and just give it another quick whiz around. This is the consistency we're going for. It still stays on the spoon, but it's quite easy to move around. So today I'm just going to show you how to make some buns, and I'm going to use this bun tray. But before I go ahead and do that, just to make it a little bit different, sometimes we make them lemon flavored. So I'm just going to grate the rind of a lemon in here. And I'm going to never go further in, just go to the white part, don't go too far in, because the white part is quite bitter. So you just want to get as much of the lemon, and already the smell of that is fantastic. So I'm just going to put that in there, and then I'm going to give it a good mix around, and I'm going to pour. This should make enough for a 2-pound loaf tin, which I have, you could use it loaf tin like that if you can see that, or it would make a dozen buns. So I'm just going to go ahead here and show you how to fill them. So you just go ahead and put in about that much there. And another trick we've discovered is a little bit of lemon curd, about a teaspoon of lemon curd. Pop that into the middle. And then come back again with your mixture and just cover the top of the lemon curd. You don't have to worry about it being too perfect, because once it hits the oven, it'll spread out, the mixture will spread out and cover the lemon curd. So I'm going to fill these up and I'll be right back. Ready to pop into the oven. My oven is preheating now to about 200 degrees, and I'm going to check them after about 7 or 8 minutes, turn them around. All in all, they should take only about 15-20 minutes. I wanted to show you what I have made here is a sugar syrup. So there was 100 milliliters of water and 100 grams of caster sugar. And I put them on a really high heat, and I don't know if you can see how it's quite gloopy. So I'm going to show you what I do with this when I make a loaf, Madeira loaf, out of the same mixture, the exact same mixture, 3669. Now I put this into the oven at about 180 for the first 20 minutes, and then I turned it down to 140 and I cooked it for a further maybe 20-30 minutes. Again, just keep checking it, turning it, stick a skewer in the middle, and if it comes out clean, it's done. So it looks really nice, and while it's hot, if you can pour the sugar syrup over the top, it'll give it a lovely glaze. I don't know if you can see the difference that that's making already. As if there isn't enough sugar in this already, but look, it makes it look really nice and gives it a lovely crunch. My daughter Grace made this the other night and we ate the whole lot in one sitting. And then because it's nice and moist there, just sprinkle it with a little bit of caster sugar over the top, and it just gives it that lovely professional kind of look, doesn't it? And let that settle, and you've got this beautiful crunchy crispy topping. All done now. We have our lovely Madeira, as you can see, it's just beautiful. And we have our buns here, and I just want to show you how to finish them off really nicely. Just tap the top with a little bit of icing sugar like that. I'm going to cut into one so that you can see how nice they are in the middle. These are still hot, they're literally just out of the oven. And if I cut in here, you should be able to see some lovely lemon curd in the bottom, and they smell delicious. I hope you all have a lovely day today. I want to say a big belated happy birthday to my sister Doreen yesterday. She is a nurse, she's working in the healthcare system, and big thanks to all of those healthcare workers who are putting their lives on the line every day for the rest of us. Thank you very much. God bless everyone. See you soon.